Hello again. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about an important topic. Do all narcissists cheat? Interesting question. Now, there are a lot of people who are going to tell you that they don't all cheat. Not all narcissists cheat, they'll say. I don't agree with that. But first, let me tell you what cheating is, how I define it, because I think that's really where the breakdown is. Some people will say, well, narcissists don't cheat, but they're defining cheating only as a physical, intimate, sexual act. And you know what I'm saying. So that's not how I think most of us define cheating, because cheating can also be mental. Is it not cheating to be talking to other people romantically while you're in a relationship? Yeah, that's cheating. So I just want to define that right out of the gate. My view is that all narcissists do cheat. And I mean that in two different ways. So I'm going to say right now 100% of narcissists, if you're with somebody and you know they're a narcissist, you've pinpointed it, you know what the signs are, you understand it, or if you're trying to identify somebody in your past, you know they're one. Well, they are 100% of the time going to be talking to other people. You're not the only person in their life from the word go. You're not the only person in their life 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, 3 months in, a year, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, however long it lasts. You are never the only person in a narcissist's life that they're communicating with. They all have their backups and their backups for their backups, as I have been told and was told, and understand that most narcissists do that. Well, they all have their backups. I shouldn't say most, they all do. So they're always going to be communicating with other people behind your back. That was my number one. I did a recent video of why you should never want to go back with a narcissist, or why you should never miss them. The biggest reason is that they're not faithful. They're not faithful. You will never, ever, 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 ever be the only person in a narcissist's life. Like I said, not from the word go, not till the end. But I also want to say this. They will all physically cheat as well. Sooner or later, it will happen. It's just a matter of how long the relationship lasts. Some of them are going to do it early. Some of them are going to be doing it from day one. Some of them might take farther down the road. It might even take years if you're with them that long. But they all will eventually physically cheat. But I want to say that 100% of them from the word go are always communicating with other people. People sometimes refer to this as the harem garage. The backups, the exes, the people they're meeting on Tinder, dating apps, social media, they're always communicating. So I just want to define that. When I say cheating, I mean that they are having a relationship in some way, shape, or form with someone else or other people. Doesn't have to always be intimate, physically intimate, though it will become that for them inevitably. They are at least always cheating in the sense that they are communicating with other people behind your back. So the answer to the question is, for this video, do all narcissists cheat? The answer is yes, they do. But let me tell you why they do it. So that's really the question. Why do they do it? Well, I have 4 reasons I'm going to give you, and the last one I think is the biggest one, so please wait for that one. The first one is they have no self-control. Narcissists have absolutely zero self-control. They must entertain something that comes down the pike. They're in a relationship with somebody, they're married to somebody, it doesn't matter. They will explore and kick the tires on anything, any opportunity that they have that approaches them. Someone comes up to them in a grocery store, maybe even a gas station, on social media, on the hidden accounts on dating apps that they pretty much always have. They're going to kick the tires on it because they don't have any self-control, and they always think that there's something better out there. They can't be satiated with one person. I told you that's impossible. It cannot happen for a narcissist because they have an endless, an infinite hole that it goes on for forever. It's like a bottomless well that they have inside themselves. they can fill that all they want, and it's just going to keep going. It's just going to disappear right out the bottom. So, well, number one is they have no self-control. Two is they have a completely twisted morality. They're evil. I say this all the time. Narcissism is not just a personality disorder. What it really is a spiritual disorder. These people are spiritually completely sold out to Satan. Whether they willingly and consciously know that or not is irrelevant. They each make that deal with the devil. And if you don't believe me, go watch my video, Narcissists Are Made, Not Born. I cover that in detail. So they have a completely twisted morality. They don't care if they cheat on people. It doesn't matter to them. If you think it matters to them, then if it matters to that person, they're not a narcissist. Number three, they always have to get one up on you. A relationship with a narcissist is a competition. They're at competition with you and other people all the time. Life is a great big game to a narcissist, basically. It's a game where they accumulate as much as they can. They destroy as many lives as they can. They get as much stuff as they can. That's why most of them, and I don't know every single one of them on the planet, but I know the characteristics and how they function. And they're like carbon copies of the devil. So yeah, they all have the same characteristics. They all do the same things. So that's why they will keep possessions from every ex that they have. Even if you haven't found it, they have them somewhere. They do. They'll keep clothes, they'll keep appliances, they'll keep expensive things, cars if they can get it. They'll keep your house if you're in a relationship, if you're married to them. They'll keep everything they can. Rings. You're not going to get, if you're engaged to the narcissist and you have to break up with them because of the way they treat you, you're never going to see that ring again, okay? They're going to keep it, just like they keep everything of value from exes. And there's a lot of reasons. That's for a video of itself, of why they keep these possessions. But I'm simply telling you, they're in a competition. Always. They're going to amass as much as they can throughout their lives. Life is a game to them. Relationships are a game to them. And they know they're going to end. They know every relationship's going to end. They're going to blow everything up. They have to do that. So they're going to cheat a lot of times to get one up on you in this game that they're playing and you're not playing. You thought it was a real relationship. Not to them. And so they know that they cheat. And so they assume that everyone cheats. So they're going to cheat on you so that they have one up. In case you were ever to do that to them, they can say, beat you to it. I've been cheating on you this whole time. So they'll do it to get one up on you. So those are the three reasons I've given so far. They have no self-control, they have twisted, sick morality, and they have to do it to get one up. But here is the biggest reason why they must cheat, and all narcissists do cheat. They can't be alone. There are two things, as a lot of people point out, and I think this is correct. The two main fears of a narcissist are, one, being found out, being discovered. Clear. I think we all know that. They wear a mask. They're terrified that people will see through the mask. And if you do, they're out of there. But two, of the second part of why they can't be alone is that they have that endless void in them. They're terrified of, for 1 second of one day, for one moment of their life, of being without someone. They can't attach to people in a healthy way. They cannot detach from people in a healthy way, which is why they hoover a lot of times, not all the time, but they hoover a lot of times throughout the months or years. Or I've heard of people going 15, 20 years. That's insane. So they can't attach, they can't detach, and they cannot be alone. They are horrified. They need constant affirmation, constant admiration. So the reason they cheat, and you might be asking, well, what does that have to do with cheating? Well, here's how you avoid, if you're the narcissist, there's only one way to truly avoid ever being alone. And that's if you are constantly building up and putting backup supply in place. Because what happens if you're the narcissist and you're in a relationship and for whatever the reason, that person has an emergency, or they're not here on this earth anymore for some reason, if you know what I mean, or they find out about the narcissist, or they just get so tired of the abuse that they have to get out of the relationship. What happens if you're the narcissist and the person you're with, your main source, your main energy source, vanishes from your life? You'd be alone, wouldn't you? You can't be alone if you're a narcissist. They can't do it. So there's only one way to ensure that that will never ever happen. Communicate with other people and have backups for your backups, and backups for your backups if you can. And they all do this, and I've heard it. So that is the number one reason why I can be 100% certain that all narcissists cheat. All of them. Brian, you don't know all of them. No, again, I don't know all of them, but I know their character. Because they derive their character from Satan, and they're all carbon copies of the devil. Yes, they look different, they have different personalities, they have different twists on how they do things, but they all have the same characteristics and traits, and they all do the same things. They've got this nice little narcissist manual. Not really, but I mean, that's like what it is. They sit back and they go through this play by play, and they execute out of the same playbook. So yes, I can tell you with as much certainty as I can muster that they are all cheating. And the main reason is that they cannot be alone. That's why it's constantly on their third arm. They're constantly texting people. They're constantly making new relationships, new acquaintances, flirting, testing the waters, kicking the tires on everything and everyone. Because the one thing they will not do for 1 second of their lives is be alone. You want to see a narcissist, these talk about narcissistic injuries. If you make them be alone, truly alone, without a romantic person to talk to, a romance interest, they are toast for however long that lasts. So to avoid that, there's only one thing that can be done. You must be talking to people and making communications, contacts, all the time. So trust me, if you're in a relationship with a narcissist, A, get out, but B, they're cheating. Right now, with someone or some people, they're communicating. And so that's so often too why they insist on checking your phone, or they're so paranoid. They insist they have to go through your phone and see what you're doing because they know that they're doing things. They might say something like, "It's not that I don't trust you, it's that I don't trust myself." If they're really being candid or trying to get you back. Because they know what they are doing. That's why they want to check your phone. Because they know they're cheating. They assume you must be cheating because that's just how things work in the sick mind of a narcissist. So, I'm not going to go any further on this, but I think this, from my perspective, it clears it up. Every narcissist is a cheater. To say that you have a faithful narcissist, that's an oxymoron. There's no such thing. Part and parcel of being a narcissist is being unfaithful to the people you're with. They don't function the way a healthy person does. They don't care to. So do all narcissists cheat? Yes, they do. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoy this. I'll be back soon with another one. Until then, God bless.